You got Marlon Chito Vera, our boy, Thick Boy alumni, versus Pedro Munhoz. Rogan and DC were a little off on the commentating there when they kept praising Pedro. He had high output, and they're like, Chito's slow start, it's tending to hurt him. And they kept alluding to that. But when Pedro, let's say, would land 3, really it was like 2-1 because Marlon actually outpaced him the second and third round. Or it matched him at least. It wasn't that big of a difference. But Pedro would throw 2 to 3 shots. Not many was landing. Chito would land 1 jab and bust up his face. So, again, I side with, and this after talking to Tom Cruise, who sat in with the judges' criteria where damage is most important. You watch that, you're like, yeah, Chito's winning this fight. I thought Chito, 30-27, so 29-28, I can see how you give Pedro the first round, but definitely 29-28 across the board. 30-27, I'm cool with that. But I thought Chito easily won that fight. I mean, Pedro had a lot of output, which is good, but it's all about damage, significant strikes landed. Chito won that battle. That was kind of an easy night in the office for Chito. That's not, Pedro's a monster. He's fallen hard times, and he's won, 2 out of his last 8, if I'm mistaken.
Wow.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's lost 5 out of his last. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's lost 5 of his last 8. 1 being a no contest to Sugar Sean. I still would have liked Sugar Sean to get that win, but again, with Pedro, look who he's lost to: Aljo, Frankie, Jose Aldo, Aljamain Sterling, Dominic Cruz, and then Chito. So he's that guy. Like, to me, when people say gatekeeper, I don't think it is. I don't look at it as a negative thing. To me, a guy like Pedro would be a gatekeeper in order for you to crack into the top 10, in order to crack in the top 5. It's not a bad thing. It just means you're so good, you're so goddamn good, but you're not top 5 good. You're a gatekeeper to get to the title, run. Not a gatekeeper meaning if you deserve to be in the UFC. I think there's different tiers to being a gatekeeper. For Pedro to be a gatekeeper, if you can be Pedro, yeah, you're damn good. You're top 5, top 6, top 7 talent, top 8 talent. He's that guy. You want to crack in the top 8? Here's Pedro. Good luck. And he's a handful. He's good at everything. There's guys like that. So when people say gatekeeper, I think it can be negative, and they're like, well, no, in order to be gatekeeper means they're gatekeeper you being in the UFC. No. Pedro's fought the who's who. He has some huge wins. Jimmy Rivera, Cody Garbrandt, Brian Caraway, Rob Font, like he's beat some damn good guys. But I do think he's getting split decision with John Dotson, the magician, for God's sakes, who's starching everybody in bare knuckle now. But a gatekeeper mean you beat him in the top 10. He's a gatekeeper. You get into the elite guys. He's just a notch below the tip of the spear guys. That's what that means. But for Chito, I thought he looked really good in that fight. First, he always give me a slow starter. It's just what he is. So 3 rounds can kind of get dicey for him.